Ex-Facebook users, what made you quit? Facebook. This is my answer, but I'll expand on it. The algorithm encourages things that have the most engagement to be seen. Turns out the things that people engage with most are things they don't agree with or get angry about. They are passive about things they actually enjoy. Just look at the highest engaged comments under any article. It's rage. It's not a healthy place. Same here. I realized I was specifically being shown things from the pandemic crowd back in April. I would get into long threads that went nowhere. At least Reddit is organized to have multiple threads and coherent conversations. Facebook is just optimized for outrage. Watching people I otherwise like fall into algorithm traps of conspiracy and disinformation and lack the critical thinking to escape was too much. Dropped it about 7 years ago. It was a combination of things. Mainly I felt that I didn't have anything interesting enough to post, and that made me feel that my life was somehow lacking. I didn't care about 95% of my friends and their lives. The people I actually liked I saw IRL. Haven't regretted it for a second. Same goes for Instagram. I deleted both FB and IG at the same time several years ago, but brought IG back. At the time it wasn't bad. But recently I had to delete it once again. This time for a different reason. It's nothing but actively trying to force feed narcissistic people into your feed, making it both deeply depressing and disturbing. Trying to control the algorithm is nearly impossible. User experience is trash now. I found myself living for likes and comments. I figured I should probably start living for myself. Now you live for upvotes. Upvotes are love. Upvotes are life. Upvotes are friends, not food. Turns out the real upvotes were the friends we made along the way. Facebook prolongs relationships that should have, upon reaching the end of their lifespans, died a natural death. There's nothing wrong with people drifting apart as they grow into different people. Facebook holds that relationship hostage and you become stuck connected to people you don't actually know anymore but feel obligated to stay connected to. Been out few years now and I don't miss it. I think the deciding factors were realizing I was spending so much time trying to correct people's crazy political posts instead of doing literally anything else constructive with my time. Bad for my mental health in general. Same. Also when I was on it felt like an assault of the senses. Too much stuff everywhere. It can be very overwhelming if you're not used to it, and I never got used to it. When I saw drama between a few people I already didn't care much for, I just decided I needed to go. My grandma died recently. Not of COVID. Anyway, she was amazing and we were super close. I got my own Facebook account at 13 and every post I ever made she commented on. She wanted to make sure I never posted anything inappropriate and that I would never post anything that I wasn't comfortable with her seeing. She never stopped commenting. Even when I turned 22. Anyways, when she passed I deleted my account cause I can barely face the rest of my life without her. Let alone handle a Facebook post she doesn't comment on. Your grandma sounds amazing. I'm sorry for your loss. Mom groups. I quit 10 years ago and rejoined last year in an effort to connect with local moms. Nope. No thank you. Never again. Same with Nextdoor. It gives the stupid homeowner association a stronger voice. Oh god, Nextdoor has gotten to be just like Facebook but with the awful bonus that these crazy people are just blocks away from me. So, basically, you've learned to not invite the devil next door. It was fuel for my depression. Just constantly seeing the things I'll never get to have. LinkedIn is similar in that regards. Signed up to LinkedIn to look for jobs. Instead I'm faced with a barrage of people jacking off about their own careers and high-flying roles. Depressing. I always find it funny when people shit on FB for being so personal, then proceed to share every single detail of their professional life on LinkedIn. Maybe it's just me, but I'd rather someone know what kind of fish I caught this weekend than know where I work and for how long and what I do there. I was about to leave my abuser and told my therapist I was exhausted by the idea of explaining it to everybody when they inevitably asked on Facebook. She told me I didn't owe every single person on the planet an explanation for anything going on in my personal life. I realized then that I was using Facebook as a crutch to validate every insecurity of mine. It's been 2 years since I left my abuser and Facebook, and honestly I've been living my best life without either. It's awesome, life-changing, when you realize you don't owe everyone information about yourself, no matter who they are and how badly they may want to know it. As someone who has also learned that through therapy, I find one of the most important benefits of therapy is getting the validation and support in setting personal boundaries that too many of us just don't receive and are even discouraged from doing. I deleted my account after watching The Social Dilemma on Netflix. Not gonna lie, I really had goosebumps after watching it. I'm glad they made that movie. I was involved in that tech, and literally nobody believes me when I tell them how specific the surveillance is. And it's not for your own good, or your enjoyment. Dairy cows have more privacy and autonomy than any Facebook user. I quit a few years ago. When Facebook came to my university and everyone signed up, it was really cool. The ability to connect with people you had lost touch with in a relatively clean and ad-free experience was quite fun. It felt like every day, more people were signing up and you'd receive a friend request from someone who you thought you'd never talk to again. By the time I quit, it felt like they had taken shitty email forwards from the early 2000s, invasive, thoughtless advertisements and shitty, pointless political arguments and combined them all into one annoying experience. I hated logging onto Facebook, because I would almost immediately hate something about it. Deleting my account changed almost nothing about my life or my ability to keep up with the people I want to keep up with. Facebook sucks, and it's a shame because it used to be a really fun, cool thing.